everyone, welcome to day 4 of the 5-day admin challenge. So during today, I'm going to talk more about the Supermums offering and how we help you relaunch your career in Salesforce. By this point, hopefully you'll have an idea of what the different job roles are and what interests and suits you. You'll have an idea of how you can transfer your skills and industry experience. You'll have an idea of the steps that you need to take to relaunch your career successfully. And today I'm going to tell you about how Supermums can help you relaunch your career, because what I wanted to do is put together a program that contains all of those different facets that you need that's going to set you up for success. I realised, from my background and also from other people out there, that if you just train up in Salesforce and have the technical knowledge, it doesn't necessarily set you up for success, because anybody can get an admin certification. It's the other things that help you stand out at interview and give you the confidence equally to properly relaunch your career. So yes, we do provide training in Salesforce admin competency, which is really the foundation knowledge you need for any job role. So it doesn't mean that you have to go straight into a Salesforce admin role. It could mean that with that foundation knowledge, you could go into a BA role, a PM role, Salesforce consultant role, a sales role. It's the foundation knowledge that helps you understand what the platform can do. So we deliver authorized Salesforce training content. We are an authorized Salesforce training provider. We have certified instructors. It means that it's the best content out there, the most relevant content, and most up-to-date content. It's going to be the most reputable for your CV beyond anything else that is out there at the moment. Now, people talk about Trailhead. You can learn for free. Yes, you can, but that quite often, you don't understand it in the same way because you're not listening and hearing it. You're kind of just reading it. It doesn't always sink in and you don't necessarily get it and you can't ask questions. So personally, I'm a massive fan of being in a real life training environment with a live instructor, because I think we see and hear things differently. Plus they do all the demos. You get to do the demos and try it out as well. And so it's a completely different learning environment when you're seeing and hearing things and how it works in practice than reading something. And so I think Trailhead only goes so far to training people. I truly believe like live certified training, I say, where you can see things being done, you can try it out in practical case studies, and you can ask questions, really is like the bells and whistles of a training environment to really get it sinking in as to how it really works in practice. Now, during the first 3 months of our ultimate 6-month course, you do 16 hours a week. So what that means is you get 2.5 hours of live training with our instructor, but the rest of the time you are doing some Trailhead still, because you're still practicing and learning. You're building out in a demo org some of those competencies, which is an exercise that we set you. And then you're going to meet with your mentor, and your mentor is going to oversee and quality check the work you've done and help you if you haven't quite got it or mastered it yet. So you get 1 to 2 hours of support from a mentor every week, who keeps you on track, makes and supports you to be accountable, but equally they'll check and verify everything that you're doing and support you to understand that key competency. So every week you're doing 16 hours learning a key competency of the Salesforce admin, which means you practice over and over again so you understand it. And that sets you up for success when you're going to go for that job interview, because you really have practiced it over and over again. So for the first 3 months, you are learning everything and practicing it and meeting with your mentor, and they're completing homework records for you. So we know that you've done it. We know they've checked it. We know that you're confident in it. So during 3 months, it's focused on that. Now, when all of those homework records are checked off, we then put you on a work experience project. And that means that you are going to be partnered with a non-profit organization where you'll be working alongside somebody who's already experienced in Salesforce, and they're going to give you some tasks to do. Now, those tasks can hugely vary because there's lots of different things you can do as a Salesforce admin. But what it will do is give you that hands-on experience working for a real-life project, and sort of getting your first, stabilizers off your bike, if you like. And it's nerve-wracking, right? But what it means is you're not doing it by yourself. And what's really important is there is somebody there to oversee and check your work and to give you a reference. So our training instructors can give you a reference, our work experience supervisors can give you a reference, your mentors can give you a reference, because they are all overseeing how you're delivering, how you're responding to the training, how you're completing it, how you're performing. And those references will set you up for those job interviews, right? Because they're going to be like, wow, this person really does know what they're doing. And any candidates from Supermums are always met with high regard because they know the rigor of our training program. They know what you've been through, and employers love that. So employers love that you've got Supermums on there. They love that you've got authorized Salesforce training provision on there. They love that you've got work experience already on there. And when you do the work experience, what you can also do is take videos and screenshots of what you're doing. Obviously, you can't share anything private if it's in a client org. You can perhaps, look at obviously what you can share and what you can't share, but you can then use that in your interviews as well. Now, when you're then working to get a job, those connections that you've made, your mentor will be incredibly well connected. We've got some fantastic mentors, but typically they've got at least 2 years in the Salesforce ecosystem and admin space, so they can introduce you to their networks and connections. They might help you. They've certainly helped people land jobs before. You've got the Supermums community. We're a community of over 1,000 people now in our alumni. So obviously there's a massive opportunity, and our alumni have got other people's jobs within that space as well, because they're all working now at consultancies and end customers. And so we've got 3 Supermums all working at different companies, which is awesome. It's amazing to have that. So you've got this great community where you can launch your career with other people. And when we put people on a program, they're all part of cohorts as well. So you're starting this journey with a smaller group of people that are all in the same journey to you. And that creates that motivation, that accountability, that friendship. And so when you go to these Salesforce Ohana events, that I talked about yesterday, you get to meet with them and connect with them, have coffees with them, and to build that friendships. And I love seeing that amongst people in our community. It's really heartwarming to see how people have built into these new friendships. So beyond that, once you've done all of that, that's our 6-month ultimate program that gives you all of those things. We also have that employability support. So we will help you with your CV, your LinkedIn profile. We do have our recruitment team that present you to any jobs that we have access to, but we also encourage you and support you to get you out there and to know where else to find jobs. And we have a fortnightly career coaching resource as well that you can tap into and get support for that CV and interview and different things that will support you on your journey to getting a career opportunity. So we do literally tick all those boxes. Now, when you've finished with us on the program, we have our whole alumni support program. So we have free events that are going on. We encourage you to get additional certifications. We can continue to support you from an employability and recruitment point of view. You're with us and part of us for life. And we have various alumni groups and platforms across Slack and WhatsApp and Facebook where you can access support and advice for anything you're working on in your projects. And so there's always that ongoing support. You never need to feel like you're alone. And that's incredibly important, particularly when you're launching new careers, which can be quite scary. So I've just wanted to put together a whole support framework for you. Now, some people have come to us saying, well, I don't need all that stuff. I just want training. If that's you, that's absolutely fine. What we do offer now is what we call our Essentials 3-month course. And our Essentials 3-month course is just the training. If you don't need the mentor, you don't need the work experience, you don't need the references because maybe you're working in a job already, or you've already got access to Salesforce in some other way, then you could just do our training, which is a cheaper price, but it just gives you the training. If you want everything else to set you up for success because you haven't got any access to any of those other things, then that would be our 6-month ultimate course. So I hope that's been useful for you. As I say, I encourage you to put in a call with our customer success team if you've got any questions about our course or your suitability for a Salesforce career. I will see you tomorrow for day 5 for a wrap up. Take care, everyone. Bye.